You just turned on. Naturally on a wave. Better known as Now. This is where independence is celebrated. And if you're ready to catch these waves, then let's go. And what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Grown Up Podcast. You already know what we do here. We talk about life, grown up shit, everything, relationships, it all here on the Grown Up Podcast. But we also have a special bonus segment where we highlight our amazing independent artists who work hard to put out that independent music for us. And today I'm joined by another artist here. I featured his music last year, but we're going to highlight him this year. Brought him back here to do an interview and everything. So appreciate him for joining. I dropped his music in the episode from last year called Here I Am. So go check out that episode and then stay to the end so you can hear his music. And of course, like I said, I'll be highlighting him so you'll hear his music some more. And this will couple with this interview. So thank you so much for joining me today. Welcome to Talib, all the way from Nigeria. Welcome. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So what kind of, let's start out. Let's give a little introduction to the people. What kind of music, what type of vibe do you put out there? And of course, tell us how long you've been doing music.
Well, my name is Talib. I like to make music that I really feel, from a special place, So most times the songs that I do, it's based on experiences or things that I've seen,
Definitely.
These are the things that inspire the kind of music that I do. And I try to mix it up, give delve into different kinds of vibes in every song that I do, and try to make the next song better than the last song that I've done,
Definitely. That's a dope vibe to have.
Yeah, I like to infuse Afro pop into other genres of music, to create a whole new vibe.
Yeah, I definitely hear that in your music, and I feel it. I already got your music in my playlist and stuff. I'll be vibing. So, yeah, most definitely, I feel that. So what do you consider yourself as an artist-wise? Are you more of the singing side? Are you more of a rapper? Or you kind of mix a little bit of both in there?
I like to think of myself as a singer, but there are people that refer to most of my songs as rap songs.
Yeah,
and those are some of the ones that they like the most. So
yeah,
I can say I'm a mix. Yeah.
All right. So your singles that you put them out in 2020. I just listened to your latest single. It's definitely a switch up from the singles that you had. You had more of an upbeat tempo with your singles in 2020. And now this latest one you just put out, you slowed it down a little bit. So kind of take us through that. How did you come up with this new single? And we have another single we'll be talking about a little bit later as well.
All right. Well, this last one that I put out, music, like I said, it really is just how I'm feeling at the moment. I try to just put out that vibe that I'm feeling in that moment. And the time that I did that song and this one that's coming out next too, it was a time where I just had to slow it down, and make slow tempo songs that I needed people to listen to the words that were coming out of my mouth, I want them to hear it. I want them to feel it. So that's why I made those slow songs. And if you listen to the lyrics, they're not all that catchy and upbeat like the other ones. It's a sad type of music,
Yeah. Okay. So how do you prepare for making your music? I know you said you feel it. So how do you prepare for that? Do you have like specific routines you kind of do to get into the vibe when you hit the studio? Or do you just kind of like feel it in that moment and then you hit the studio and you're like, I got to get this out?
Oh no, I just feel it. Sometimes I'm not even in the studio, so I just save the vibe. You know, I record it. So I don't really have a routine to begin to record. I have everything I need right here. So whenever I just feel it, I just, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. All right. Yeah. So I want to switch the vibe here and ask you kind of a little bit of a music and kind of life incorporated kind of question. So as an artist, you're kind of bound to discuss struggles in personal life and in the world a little bit because, you know, we're speaking to a mass amount of people. So how do you feel about speaking on politics or like the economy in Nigeria or things like that? Like when it comes to making music, or are you just more of I want to put my feelings in my music?
Actually, I think all I put in my music is my feelings, you know. So yeah. I don't like to talk about politics a lot. I mean, when I talk about topics like that, I just say the same thing everyone is always saying. So it's not really, I don't try to say it as often, you know. Yeah. I just like to vibe on my, you know, talk about how I'm feeling and get it out.
I feel you. All right. So let's talk about the latest single that we were just mentioning that is going to be dropping March 26th, titled Dilemma. So what inspired the title? How long did it take you to make this track? And you told me it came from like a state of confusion. So, you know, explain that a little bit for us.
Yeah. Okay. So Dilemma, it was just, you know, there was no mention of the word dilemma in the song. It was just, I just wanted that word to represent what the song stood for, you know, the state of being in a dilemma. And I talked about the different things that we do, the actions that we take, you know, and the consequences. And this where our actions take us, how the general, like you talked about politics, right? And in the song I try to, you know, talk about how the country as a whole, the world as a whole affects me as a being, you know, how it affects my individual actions and what effects my actions have on the world and on the country. Definitely.
What type of artists or music do you pull inspiration from when you're, you know, in your zone, or you're trying to listen to different things to get you in like a creative space?
Yeah, I listen to all different kinds of music, really. If I vibe with the music, then it's cool, you know.
All right.
Just most times I listen when I'm in a particular some days I just feel like, okay, today I want to listen to Fela, or today I want to listen to Kendrick Lamar, you know. And when I'm in that vibe, if I try to make music that day, or, you know, in that period, or, you know, sometime after that, I might draw inspiration from what I've been listening to in that moment. And mix it with my vibe again and make something special.
Okay. Do you feel like you've found your sound that you want to create and put out yet? Or do you feel like you're still kind of working on it a little bit and still filling out kind of what the people are feeling?
Oh no, I'm not there yet.
Baby steps.
Yeah. There's a lot of different kinds of music that I've made that my fans haven't had the opportunity to hear yet, you know. So I need them to hear them, so they would, because right now they really don't know the full my capabilities, you know. They don't know what other kind of music I can do besides the ones that they've already heard. So before the end, I'll put out some, different kinds of music that I've done. So yeah.
Okay. Do you produce your beats?
Oh no, I'm not.
Are you interested in doing that, like in the future, or?
Interested, yeah, because most times it really is hard finding that vibe that you want to make,
Right.
But and make the beats yourself. You can just from your head you put it in there, But trying to explain it to someone, especially remotely over the phone, it's even more when you're not there in person. So that's
most definitely. So you mostly consider yourself a songwriter. So can we have that kind of story of how you got into songwriting and what was the thing that clicked that made you say, like, yeah, this is something that I want to pursue?
Well, it wasn't really in the beginning. I just wanted to sing, I just wanted people to hear my music. And initially, I just felt like since I'm from around here, the only kind of music I can make would be Afro. But after making writing a couple of songs without recording them, I discovered that I'm actually very good at other genres, So I just write on them. So I just decided to stick with writing because, well, we're busy, so there really isn't to dive into beat making at this point, Yeah, but now I'd really look forward to getting into in the future.
Okay. So what type of music did you listen to growing up, and what inspires you now?
Growing up, my dad was in control of the music I listened to. He really is. He loves music. He listens to music. I grew up listening to Fuji music. It's a kind of Nigerian music peculiar to the Yoruba tribe. So it's like I grew up listening to that one fella, Anikulapo, who also does Afro, and he's a legend. Yeah, and then I listen to all foreign and local. Okay. And local, and music that was popping nationally, and it was just a mixture of everything. Okay. I listened to
All right. I'm just trying to give the people a little insight to you, so they know, like, this is a real dude, this is a real guy, he's trying to do his thing, So do you collab with any independent artists or obviously independent producers and things like that?
Yeah, sure. I've had a lot of collaborations, but they just, like I said, there's a lot of music that's not out yet, So I have a lot of collaborations. I actually have a rap song with another. What?
You got some diversity going on?
Yeah. And I made some slow pop melodies too with another collaborator. So
okay. So when do you plan on giving these vibes to us?
Oh, you'll get it for sure.
All right, most definitely. All right, well, I appreciate you for joining me today. My last question I got for you are, what are some accomplishments you have on your list this year for your music?
Well, I need to get more audience, get more reach, get more people to listen to the music. That's really my priority right now. How to get more to feel the music.
Yeah, I got you. I'm in the same way of, like, with podcasting. Like, how do I get this out here, like, to reach more mass people? And so I hear you. We're trucking though. Independent is tough, but we can make it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to give any final words or advice to, other people who are trying to do independent in their life? And if you have any personal shout outs, you can do that as well. And then, of course, your social medias and where they can stream your current music that you have out right now.
All right. Well, if you're independent like us, keep going. All right. We'll make it. Like we just said, we'll make it.
Definitely.
And you can follow me on all social media. Talib the Vibe, same as my Instagram. TalibTheVibe. All right.
Yeah. Most definitely. You guys already know his links will be in the description, and your music is streaming on all platforms?
That's correct.
Perfect. All right. And those links obviously will be in the description as well and all over this video. Thank you, Talib, for joining me again all the way from Nigeria. Shout out to you. We'll be waiting on that new single coming, and y'all go check him out. His links are in the description. Appreciate you for joining. Y'all already know, stay safe, be kind. It's Naturally on the Wave. Check it out.